Okay, kids.
We got T-Mobile's unlimited family plan with Netflix included, so...
Our New Year's resolution is to not spoil your shows since we can watch our own shows on our phones, tablets, or TV. Good.
Get 4 lines for just $40 each per month with AutoPay, taxes and fees included, and a Netflix subscription on us, so you can watch your favorite movies and shows. Only with T-Mobile.
Video streams at 480p. A small fraction of customers using over 50 gigs per month may notice reduced speeds. Netflix for 2 screens included. Terms apply. Price includes sales tax.
Hi, I'm stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist.
Day one-ish. It's stuck in my head.
I was really surprised by that.
Welcome to Not Your Demographic, where Stella Cheeks is deliriously tired.
Yeah, grad school. Pow, 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 pow.
Erin's here too.
And I'm here also, clearly. That's a different voice.
Than your normal voice?
No, than your voice.
Oh. It's like, it does not sound different.
No, it's not at all.
How do we open this? Welcome. How was your week? How was your week?
My week was good. I got my nails cut, which made me very sad. Whatever. It's for sex reasons. I'm not ashamed. Can't play with anybody's butt if I've got claws on. Like, I just can't. Sorry. Other than that, I had a good week. Like, nothing exciting to report. Basically, I had a terrible date last night, which I can tell you about off air later. But
Patreon exclusive.
It was bad. Oh yeah, we can definitely make that a Patreon exclusive for sure. It was bad.
That's funny.
Other than that, things have been good. It's snowing a lot here. It's already snowing.
Everyone is freaking out. I don't think it's gonna be bad.
It's already bad. I was outside and it started to snow while I was like walking to the bus stop, and there's already like an inch of snow outside.
Yeah, my doctor's appointment got canceled, and I'm pissed about it.
CPS closed preemptively. That's how much snow we're supposed to get. That's bananas.
I want to go to the doctor.
You don't want to go to the doctor?
No, I do.
Oh.
And they cancel my appointment because of snow.
As long as the CTA is running, I have to go to work tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your office rule?
That's pretty much our office rule. If it was really fucking bad. A couple of years ago, before we moved into the apartment we're in now, we got a really bad snowstorm, and I had to call my boss and be like, I literally can't open my door. There's so much snow on our porch, and our landlord didn't clear it, and so they let me not come in then. If that happened, I could probably not go to work, but my landlord's great and is definitely going to shovel the sidewalks, so pretty much
you could lie. They're not going to come and inspect your door.
I mean, that's true. That's true. We'll see how much snow we get.
Wahoo!
How's your week, other than being extremely busy with grad school?
It's not even grad school. It's everything. It was everything that I do compiled all at once.
Yeah.
Like, I have had very little sleep, and literally every waking moment I'm doing something for something. Mm-hmm. I mean, I debuted 2 new acts this week, and they both went really well. I produced a show. I was in a show. I had school. I had to go to a sporting event and do this live reporting on fucking basketball that I know nothing about. So I wrote this article about how the fans enjoyed the game because I like recorded them talking. Ugh, it was dumb. It was trash. But I had to write it at like 10:30 at night. So I was like, I don't know, because it was like, turn it in, a deadline, whatever, blah 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 blah. Basketball's fine. I just was tired and grumpy. And then we recorded like 3 podcasts in one day. I had a rehearsal. I had like, I just like literally every moment. But I did it all, and I turned it all in on time, and both my new acts went really well. And tomorrow I have a ton to do. Sorry, Patreon people. We did record 3 podcasts. I just honestly haven't had time to edit it. I also have a fun interview with local indie wrestler Paloma Star that I haven't had time to edit. But tomorrow I am at home. I was going to be home anyways, but also snowstorm. So I will be in my brand new Seth Rollins sweatpants that I'm not wearing because they're dirty, because I wore them to the Play 9 show. I wore Harley Quinn booty shorts, and then I put Seth Rollins sweatpants over them. And I was like, this
good combination.
is the most me outfit.
Yep.
With a shirt that said girl power and no bra.
Yay!
Yeah.
I wore my Colin Kaepernick Christmas sweater to that. That guy that I was on a date with.
I don't know why you didn't just wear it on stage. Oh, because you and Emily were trying to do a fire and ice thing. Where it just looked like housewives in a red dress and a blue dress.
Yeah, it's...
You guys really didn't plan ahead.
No, not at all. Emily made me bring 2 options because she wasn't feeling well, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't really, like, do anything then. Like, if we're gonna be casual, I don't want to do my hair and my makeup like we're gonna dress up fancy, so it just came in, like,
Should have, like, painted your faces, you guys, and you're like, I'm fire and I'm ice.
Whatever. We were supposed to be Betty and Veronica, but Emily doesn't have black hair, and it just didn't work.
It's not like Alexis has a bunch of black wigs. She has a black wig from when she did Loki.
I know.
This bitch.
I'm aware.
Just phoning it in.
So I wore my Colin Kaepernick sweater to that. I went on a better date. Not the date I went on last night. A different, much better date. And I walked in and I met him at his house and then we went out to dinner. And I walked in and he started laughing at my sweater and I was like, are you laughing at my amazing Colin Kaepernick ugly sweater? And he opened up his closet and the only piece of football memorabilia he has is one Colin Kaepernick jersey. And I was like, nailed it. Fucking nailed it.
He was very nice. Did he have fun at the show? That was great.
Yes, the show was great.
On my back.
It was
I am good at my jobs.
It was
even
so
if
good.
I don't get to sleep.
It was an excellent show. Yeah, he had a great time. And like, it was honestly like that curtain call was, I think, the most joyful curtain call I've ever experienced at Plan 9. Everyone was so happy. It was just like, everyone was excited. The show went so well. It was great.
Yeah, I'm glad
you
that
are good at your job.
My act went well because we closed the show, and if it had not gone well, and I would have been like, grumpy curtain call.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Fuck all of you.
But it went great. The number is really good. I really liked it.
It's basically it's just Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn gets rejected by the Joker, and Poison Ivy's like, Scoop, I'm better.
True.
It's very silly.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
Dumb. Yeah, so I'm busy. You're high. What else is new?
You know. Seems pretty normal.
What wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn Fight Forever shirt. Because that fight was awesome. I love them. I love that they get to have this like beautiful friendship. And I love that they can still have this amazing match together. Like, I love it. I think it's great.
Their interviews pre-match were good too.
Mm-hmm.
They like really helped develop their characters as like heels, but also like put in perspective where their friendship is in a way that I thought was really, because it wasn't like, I like that their friendship is being portrayed different than Jericho and Kevin's was.
Yes, I agree.
Because like I feel like it could be very easy the same, or it could be very, because like Jericho was always kind of Kevin's lackey even if he didn't know it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's good that this is like they both think that they're the leader.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. It's effective.
I also love that at one point Kevin yelled at Sammy, I'm the one who wins the titles.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, and it's also like really good in-ring trash talk. Yeah. Like, ooh, yikes. What wrestling merch are you wearing?
I'm wearing a Bailey scarf that I got for Christmas.
Yes, you are.
Also, that match with her and Asuka was great.
Yeah, it was really good.
So we're both wearing merch commemorating good matches.
Mm-hmm. Good job, WWE. You had a great week this week.
It's funny that, like, we choose our merch like, oh, there was an actual good match. I know that's not what we're saying, but it also does sound like that's what we're saying. Like, we watch a show that sucks, but sometimes there's good wrestling.
I mean, that is true a lot of the time, but now we're in Mania season.
The road to WrestleMania points to sign.
I will say, of all of the pointing that has been going on, I appreciated Roddy Strong pointing at the Cruiserweight title and not at the WrestleMania sign. Like, your priorities are right.
It and was like, boop.
Yep, I liked that. I thought that was a really nice character choice. Considering he has very little character, I was pretty excited about it.
News.
News. Vince McMahon is officially no longer in charge of 205 Live. Thank God.
Wait. Oh no, wait.
What is happening? Yeah, that gets an actual air horn.
That was worth it, right?
That was worth it, thank you.
Wait.
I thought you were going to have some, like, correction.
No, it was just a air horn.
Celebratory air horn.
Celebratory air horn.
205 Live now no longer in control of Vince McMahon, which I mean, you can immediately tell. Like, you can just...
2-5 Live is no longer controlling Vince McMahon. That's what you said.
I mean, maybe. Maybe that's what he stays up at night and thinks about. He only sleeps like 2 hours a night. He's got to think about something.
Is that a McMahon trait? What if Linda's like, I'm going to bed, and she's like, all her kids are just up shaking, and Vince McMahon's up, and she's like, you guys are crazy.
Right?
I have very important non-work to do tomorrow.
She spends all her time in DC doing that shit. Maybe she's up at night at secret lizard conventions or fucking whatever.
I can't believe that's a real conspiracy theory.
That there are lizard people?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean...
I dated someone who I think really believed that shit.
Who? Oh, no.
Side piece.
Oh, side piece.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not shocking.
Not at all, right? And
Actually.
I'm like, not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. You could make an argument for, like, an Illuminati or a Freemasons or some shit like that, like some secret society. But, like, lizard people.
Like actual lizard people, right?
Lizard people.
Whatever.
Serena Deeb is a women's trainer at the Performance Center now.
Which is awesome. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
I liked her in the Mae Young Classic.
Me too. I liked her in the Mae Young Classic, and I was a little trepidatious when they were like, she's going to resign, because I was like, there's no room for her.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, not that they're the same, but, like, I feel like she would fill a very Mickey role, and Mickey is already there.
Yeah, absolutely. They already don't know what to do with
Making
Mickey.
the worst fashion choices.
What else is fucking new?
This was next level for Mickey.
I don't even remember what she was wearing. It's like blocked it from my memory.
Jeans, but then the bottom was the like flare, but it was like black sequins flare, but it was like a full jean outfit.
A Canadian tuxedo.
Oh my god, it was next level.
Gross.
It was not good. Reportedly, Ronda Rousey was signed to build up Stephanie McMahon. She'd probably just seen her brother and be like, I can do that.
It's so weird. Like, why? Also, why Ronda? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. Whatever. What? Stephanie looks really hot in ring gear, so like.
Yeah, whatever. And you know what? Honestly, as long as it's not Ronda coming for other fucking titles, then
yeah.
Like,
honestly, I read that title and I was like, I know why people are annoyed, but like, best case scenario, kind of.
I completely agree. Absolutely.
I mean, we'll see where it goes, and we could be totally eating crow and like. Not eating crow. We could totally be like changing our mind and eating our words in like, I don't know, 48 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
How fast do wrestling things change?
By the time this gets posted, everyone will be like, ladies, didn't you know? No, we didn't know.
We don't know anything.
Clearly.
We are not professional. We are just two weirdos who started a podcast that has a moderate amount of success.
Accurate.
It's the new tagline. John Cena wrote a book.
Good for him.
For kids.
Cool.
He loves kids, but also hates them. You know. Classic John Cena nonsense.
He saw Colt Cabana out there and was like, I could do that. I'm gonna make a book too.
I don't even need a GoFundMe or whatever.
Right?
That wasn't nice.
WWE hates the 10 chant, which is why they have been keeping Ty Dillinger off of TV.
Which is ridiculous.
I know, it's so stupid.
It's a good chant.
It's literally what got him over in NXT. He played a stupid Bourne character for years.
Yeah.
And that no one remembers.
He was like, I'm a perfect 10, and everyone was like, yeah, you is.
Well, at first they were like, what's with these eyebrows? And he was like, but I'm charming. And everyone was like, but your hair? And he's like, but I'm great. And then everyone was like, you're right, you are a perfect 10. I don't know why you would want to try and take that away from him. Like, just give it to him.
Because WWE is trash.
Such trash. Put the man on TV. Let him fucking wrestle.
Put the man on TV. Oh, Jason Jordan underwent neck surgery.
Yep. He's going to be out for a whole year.
You know.
As one does.
Right in that hot push.
What a shame.
I mean, it happens a lot. It's the Big Show's birthday, I think, today. Or it was yesterday. It's recently been the Big Show's birthday.
How old is he?
I don't know. Old.
47?
I don't know. He's old.
I'm going to check. I'm going to look.
Boop, boop. Oh, Corey Graves and Booker T hate each other, but it also might be a work, but it's also like...
I don't think it's a work. I think they fucking hate each other. It seems like they hate each other. Their commentary team, that has been breaking down for months. Like, they just talk over the match at each other. Like, that does not seem like a work. That seems like they
I agree, but
hate
also,
each
like,
other.
I don't put it past anybody to do anything.
Yeah, true. That's true.
I have an important piece of breaking news. I think those cookies are done.
Yay.
Breaking news! How does a lumbar check work? This is not news. This is a genuine question. Because, like...
He's 46.
That was a good guess from you.
That's a great guess.
Because, like, gravity, if you're being brought down on someone's legs, you should just, like, keep falling. But then people like Drew Gulak especially just gets, like, mondo air. I don't understand the physics of a lumbar check.
It's the same physics as the Irish whip, where somehow contact with this thing shoots you into space.
Yeah, but somebody's pulling you. The Irish whip makes sense. I could draw a chart and be like, I get the momentum.
Well, I think the idea is that he's pulling on the sides of their body and he's checking up with his shins, and that's what's sending them into the air.
Oh, I don't know. It's insane to me.
Yeah.
It's insane to me.
I agree.
Did you watch the mixed match challenge?
I did, and I really liked this match.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about how they're handling Mandy and Goldust? Because I've seen a lot of hot takes, and I have my own take that I feel like people are not going to be a fan of.
I don't care. I don't care at all. Honestly,
yeah,
I think
that's my take as well.
I don't think it's a big deal. I think it seems very appropriate to Goldust's character, especially, and like
and Mandy Rose's too.
Yeah, it like works for her.
And I don't think
they're funny. They're funny together.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like manipulation. It seems like she actually likes him.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know, and I get the argument that it's like, oh, romantic storylines. I don't think he was going to have a romantic storyline with Alicia Fox. I think their storyline was going to be like, we're both nutsos.
Yeah.
But they had to change shit up last minute, and yeah, I think they defaulted to romance angle. But they're both doing okay with it. They're not going farther in the tournament. They might be teaming up later. There's, like, reports on. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. Goldust is not doing shit, and Mandy Rose is just Paige's friend, and Paige can't wrestle, and... She also, Mandy Rose looked good as a wrestler in this match.
I agree. She gets stronger every time she wrestles, which I like a lot. I'm glad.
Which, unfortunately, isn't a lot.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see this, like, uninhibited match. And, like, you know, yes, he's old and she's young, but, like, it doesn't...
It's so true to his character. It's like,
I don't know. It doesn't
who
bother me.
It doesn't bother me at all either. Like,
he's always liked pretty blonde girls.
And I liked, too, that they turned the kiss spot into, like, she wasn't...
Like,
it wasn't weird.
Out, and she wasn't like, ew, I'm just doing, like, she was like, all right.
Yeah, and then it got interrupted, and she was like, well, Mr. Cha, sorry, and, like, they just moved on. I liked that a lot. I thought they did a great job with that.
And in the backstage segments, it genuinely seemed like they both were having fun. Is it lazy storytelling? Yes. But it never felt uncomfortable to me.
Yeah, I completely
agree. It never felt
agree.
like a forced storyline. It never felt like creepy old guy stalking Mandy.
Yeah.
It really didn't feel that way to me.
No, it didn't feel that way to me either. And, like...
To be fair, I don't watch all of the backstage videos because I actually find... all of the backstage shit that WWE does kind of hard to follow.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch a video if it, like, really blows up. Like, some of the, like, New Day Carmella stuff. And
yeah.
But, like, it's hard for me to, like,
There's so much of it.
There's so much, which is good. Good for them for continuing to put out content. And WWE, it's been shown that, not just WWE, but talking about WWE, that a lot of character development can happen in these backstage segments. Because there's a lot more freedom. And, like, I mean, think about the New Day. Like, that's how they fucking figured everything out.
Team Bad, that's why Sasha and Naomi had championship reigns, like, straight up. Because they got popular doing that.
So, I understand the value of this stuff. It's just, like, a little hard to watch them. Or not watch. Hard to follow sometimes.
Yeah.
So, I didn't see all of the videos. But the ones I saw, like, that photo shoot, like, they were both having fun and being silly. And, like, I don't know. It didn't bother me. It's lazy storytelling. Yes, they're out of the tournament. Whatever.
Yeah, I completely agree.
The other two storylines that are love are the two people who are married. And then the Braun Alexa thing, which is totally different because it does feel like manipulation. But from the woman doing it to the man... in, like, and not, like, a creepy stalker way, and it seems more like a power dynamic, which works because she's so small.
Yeah, it's also, like, in addition to the, like, romantic storyline they're telling with Alexa and Braun, it's also just a physical sight gag. That's, like, a huge part of it.
It's funny that the tiny girl is the one with the power in the relationship and the one with the manipulation power. Like, that's...
It's just, like, classic comedy. It totally makes sense to have that work that way, too. And, like, is that lazy storytelling? Yes. Is that okay here? Also, yes, I think it's fine. Like, I think it's working.
Sasha and Finn are like, we're better than you. We're so cool. Asuka and Miz are, we're both champions. We both respect that we're champions. I know she's not champion now, but like this streak counts as like a championship, like in this. I think
she never lost her NXT title,
so like we're both winners.
Yeah,
we're both great. We don't know how to talk to each other. That's the gimmick there.
Yeah,
the two married couples, they're there. Then the Alexa and Braun situation, which talked about, Sammy and Becky were like best friends who were trying to corrupt each other in the other way. Like Talia and Shinsuke were just like, we're weird cat people.
I love that their interaction was so brief and good. Like, it served the perfect purpose. And, like, now knowing, too, that he, like, went on to win the Rumble, it makes way more sense why they would be eliminated so quickly.
New Day and, or Biggie and Carmella were just more like, we're like swag kings, essentially.
Yes.
And we're the ones that shipped them. There wasn't actually a romantic angle there.
Yeah, exactly.
And Elias and Bayley seem to be the only. It seemed to be the only
he
partnership
hates her.
where there's like tension because he like genuinely hates her, which like is kind of Bayley's thing. She's annoying.
Exactly. This is Bayley's roots. I love this.
Yeah,
I think it is
honestly
fucking
between
smart.
The backstage segments with Elias and like her segment with Sasha and the like actual fucking great match she put on with Asuka, I was like, fuck yeah, welcome back, Bayley.
Yeah, I completely agree. I totally agree.
You know, would I have loved to have seen like Bayley and Samoa Joe and seen how that worked? Yeah, because it would have been the same thing and been hilarious. Like, people can be like, I wish she had a better partner, but it would have been the same thing.
And also,
the storyline would always be like, Bayley is, they're underestimating her because she's like annoying, like,
she's your little sister.
Like, little sister wants to hug you, but she's also gonna like be good at fighting with you.
Yeah, she'll Bayley slam your guts out of your back, basically. Like, yeah, you can also do that. And, like, Elias is great.
And really over. And seemingly
so
over with the crowd. And seemingly really over with whoever's writing shit backstage.
Yeah, I completely agree. They seem to have, like, really recognized that Elias is popular and is... They have a specialty contract with a company for his mics. That's fucking nuts to me. Like... And
are willing to spend a fuck ton on those fucking guitars.
Yeah.
Because he destroys one every week.
Yeah, and they're not bad guitars. Like, they are nice guitars. Also, he, like, properly holds them now, which is funny because he also destroys them.
How to like play them a little bit at least.
Well, yeah, he's significantly better than he used to be.
To just go boom.
Right? Like, part of the joke was that he was bad at it, and now part of the joke is he's really good at it. He's not really good. But like in that moment of like the walk with Elias stuff, like
he's much better now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know. It didn't bother me. Also, I thought this match was good. I love the spot where they were like trying to one up each other. Dan O'Brien was like funny with the thing. I thought with the hair.
Yes.
The Goldust and Uso segments were fine, just like kind of like what we've seen before. But I thought the wrestling with Mandy and Naomi was really good. And like her to be like, I'm a pretty white girl, here's my hair. And Naomi to be like, bitch!
Don't touch my hair. When she grabbed her hair, I was like, oh, you're gonna lose a fucking hand. Like,
but also Naomi's
it was perfect.
Thing, it's not just like, oh, that's the black woman. Like, Naomi's thing has always been like, I'm gonna snatch you bald. Like, her and Sasha and Tamina did that with Team Bad. Naomi's hair always looks amazing. It is a part of her presentation and stuff. So it's like, obviously, there's a racial element to it, but
it felt so appropriate. Yeah,
and then that fucking jump over Goldust onto Mandy was cool.
It was great.
The double, not power slam, but the
enziguri and then with the response into the power slams from Goldust and Mandy. Yes,
those
that
were great.
Sequence looked really good.
That was such a good sequence. Also, the Mandy Rose breaking up a Uso pin on Goldust, and then Naomi just flying out of fucking nowhere to break up that other pin. She was like, "I'm a flip onto this."
Also, Naomi hit Goldust with a rear window or rear view. What is her finisher called?
Rear view.
A rear view. Yeah, like
rear window is a different. You just are blind, or you have your binoculars, and you're just like, yeah. That's a rear view.
So it's like Sting in the WCW.
Yeah,
he was doing a rear window. Okay, all right, that makes more sense. Yeah. But I like that there was that, like, again, there was more like intergender wrestling contact, which was nice. Again, feels like we're really moving in that direction, which is nice.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see Charlotte and Bobby Roode, which I don't think I've ever been excited about. Bobby Roode,
Charlotte and Bobby Roode, Lana and
Rusev,
Bayley and Elias, Cruz and Nia.
Oh, right. I forgot that they were a team.
Yeah, Rude and Flair are just like, we have robes. And Cruz and Nia are like, Nia's like, I want you to know that I respect you as an athlete, but like, these jokers are really holding you down.
Yeah.
So we have 2 more weeks.
Okay. Of the first round.
Yeah. Yeah, the fan choice is not until the third round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure it's going to be Big E and Carmella, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, but it could also be... Okay, so it's going to be Sasha versus Miz and... Sasha... I'm just going to say the girls. Sasha versus Asuka. Bliss versus Naomi. And then, what's your guess? I think Elias and Bayley are going to beat Rusev and Lana.
I agree. I think that's going to happen as well.
And I think Charlotte and Bobby are going to beat Nia and Cruz. Probably with some dumb shenanigans.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Nia will just kill Dana Brooke. But yeah, I think this is Lana's a terrible wrestler. Rusev is doing really fine right now and doesn't need this.
So good, yeah.
And Bayley and Elias's dynamic going forward will be... It makes sense to get rid of one of the married couples.
Right, exactly.
Frankly. Also, I had a thought. You know how in Total Divas where Lana was like, Natty, your promo skills. That's not how she sounds. Whatever. I don't know how to do
very California.
I don't know how to do a great Lana. Sorry. But she kept giving Natty all this shit about her promos. I mean, Lana's promos for the past year have just been throwing the word ravishing into something.
Yeah, they've not been very good.
Especially in the Mixed Match Challenge, because they've done the backstage, thing twice, and it's just Carmella looks great, but she doesn't look ravishing. Mandy Rose looks great, but she doesn't look ravishing.
Yeah. Okay, that's...
I mean, Lana number one... Lana is the best. Clap Clap is a great song.
It was excellent. Also, he looked joyful to be singing it, which was
Lana
really nice.
Number one.
It seemed like the most he's ever loved her was in that moment, actually, which was kind of nice.
True, very true. Because on Total Divas, he seems very annoyed with her all the time.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to really care for her very much.
But that's just reality TV. This one seemed yay,
yeah.
Lana. So yeah, I'm still enjoying the Mixed Match Challenge. Is it perfect? No. But for WWE's first go-round in something like this, where they have a very spotty history with all this type of shit, I think they're doing a good job.
I agree. I wanted to hate it, and I'm pleasantly surprised by how much I like it.
Samesies.
Yeah.
I could deal with them explaining how to use Facebook Live less. It's week 5. We get it.
I don't know. I get it. The first week I tried to do it, I was like, how the fuck do I get this to work?
Well, I'm just, more tech savvy than you.
I just don't ever use Facebook because, I'm, real cool and disconnected from the grid or whatever.
I mean, you still have a Facebook. You use it just the same amount as I do. I barely use it either. I just know how to use this Facebook Watch.
I also don't ever use it on my computer, and so I, don't know how to navigate it.
I do it on my phone, too. Stop coming up with excuses because
I don't have the app.
Answer for all of you. You don't need an app.
Yeah, but have you ever navigated it on your browser trying to find shit? It's real hard.
Whatever, we're not fighting about Facebook.
Whatever.
We both agree that Facebook is garbage.
Yeah. Fuck you, Zuck.
Zuck? Is that your nickname for him?
I've heard people call him that.
I don't know. I don't follow Facebook news.
I follow policy and tech people.
Great. What an excellent podcast banter segment.
Whatever, cut it. Let's move on.
NXT.
NXT was awesome. I'm sad that we didn't get a tag championship match, but tornado tag match. Better.
I love tornado tag matches, and basically that's what they've been doing for 3 months.
Yeah,
so it makes sense. I love when William Regal comes out and is very angry.
I love it. I love his music. I love that it hits.
His music is the perfect Bond villain music. I love it so much.
It's so good. I love that he storms out and is like, "We are not doing this.
We are done with this." And it was. It was perfect for them to do a tornado tag team.
Yeah.
They have the numbers. It makes sense. It was fun.
It did make me sad when William Regal said all of the members of Sanity and then said a 6-man tag. I was like, that's not all of the members of Sanity, William.
It's pissing me off that she's not, been...
She hasn't been, involved at all in their, resurgence now. It's very weird.
Yeah, I'm mad. I get that she...
it feels like Sanity is going to move out of NXT, and that's why, is they're just preparing for her to not be part of the women's division anymore.
No, I think the opposite. I think that they're preparing for her to still be in the women's division and have Sanity leave her behind.
Really?
Yeah. Ugh. Because she's doing really well in the women's division.
Yeah, but they also have a shitload of women.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think the main roster right now is prepared for an influx of more women because they just got 6 and they're still feeling out how to deal with them.
Unless they start a women's tag division.
Yeah. But who's Nikki gonna tag with?
I mean, Nikki could continue to be a solo performer, or also Brie is out of retirement, and hello, they'd be a great tag team. They should totally be a tag team.
Nikki Cross and Brie Bella.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nikki Bella.
No. I was like, what? No. They would be a not... Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. Actually,
now I love it.
I kind of love the idea now that I think of it.
And
like,
she's like, Nikki left. I need to be a tag partner with a Nikki. You're the only other
You're
Nikki.
the only Nikki available.
And she's like, I'm crazy enough to say yes.
Or like Brie comes out and then is like, and I also signed up my sister, or I signed up Nikki. And then Nikki Cross comes out and is like, they called me. I'm here now.
That's funny.
I love that idea. Actually.
Book it.
Book it.
I am falling in love with Heavy Machinery.
I love Otis so much.
I mean, I said it weeks ago, and now other people are starting to say it. I'm not saying that I started it, but I feel like I did, because if you look in the archives, they said it months ago. But, like, he is just wrestler Chris Farley.
Yes.
He is, and it works.
I love him. I think they're so funny. I love that his partner, whose name I can never remember, is so normal and seems so pleasant.
You have to, I feel like in that situation, you do need a straight man.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's still a good wrestler, and he, like, I mean, he was doing more of the, like, actual wrestling.
Yeah.
Because Otis was doing, like, the fucking worm and stuff. Like, he did a
He still did a bunch of great wrestling,
cannonball on the outside. Like, that was great. So, like, it's not just Otis, but yeah, Otis is obviously the star, but, like, and it also seems like they're starting to get a little bit of a push, which is good.
Yeah, well, it feels like what they're building towards is them versus War Machine, which is, like, they're the right people to help Heavy Machinery, like, bridge that gap and become, like, a tag champ tag team. Because they're new. Like, they just need work, and they need people who can help them do that, and I feel like War Machine is the perfect team for that.
Like, big teams.
Well, sort of. I mean, the Undisputed is the tag champs, and they're fucking tiny-ass Kyle O'Reilly and
but if you
Bobby
think,
Fish.
Like, Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane are, I know that it was Eric Young, but both of them are very big. AOP is big. Heavy Machinery is huge.
Yeah.
War Machine is huge. And then if you think about the main roster too, though, then you also have the Bludgeon Brothers are huge. Like, that's so many.
Also, part of it
but
is
WWE's not creative enough to, like, book them all differently.
Well, part of it, too, is that these guys, yes, are huge, but look huge in an NXT context. So when they get up to the main roster, they're like an Ascension and, like, a Breezango. They just look like normal-sized dudes.
Not Heavy Machinery.
Heavy Machinery won't, because Otis looks like a giant pear. Like, it's... I don't even think he's pear-shaped. I think he's, like... eggplant-shaped. It's very weird.
But it works.
So for him, it'll be a little different, and AOP is obviously a little bigger, but, like...
Also, the Ely brothers are also really big. Like, they're, like, tall and, like, pretty wide. Not, like, fat or anything, but, like...
I think that they have to do that.
Also, LOL, the Ely brothers.
Well, I think they have to do that in order to fit into the size of the people on the main roster. Like, the Usos are tall dudes. They're big dudes. They're not, like... They're not the size of Undisputed. They're the size of, like, Tito San Martelli or whatever the fuck his name is. Sabratelli. I don't know. Sabatelli.
Tino sucks.
Between the two of them, I prefer him, I guess.
Yeah, because the other guy has bad hair.
He's boring. And he broke Hideo Itami's neck, like, the second he fucking came back from his shoulder surgery. So fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Though it was probably an accident.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. You're not good. Don't do shit you're not good at.
Go back to football. Oh, wait, you can't.
Go to the XFL? They need people, I guess? I don't know.
Sure, great. Go to the XFL.
Sure. Great.
Nonsense. Johnny Wrestling earned our respect, but not Cien's and certainly not Zelina's.
Selena says, fuck you, Johnny Wrestling.
Certainly not Zelina's.
I'm going to push you about 8 times and be like, what you going to do about it, bitch?
Take your respect to the bank. She didn't say that, but she should have.
She should have, I agree.
So they're going to fight one last time.
Loser leaves NXT.
But is it loser leaves NXT or is it Johnny leaves NXT if he loses? That's what I think it was. She didn't say loser leaves NXT. She says if you lose, you leave.
Right.
Which is different.
Yes, true. Though if Cien loses, he'll probably leave.
Right. But I'm just saying, I need further clarification.
Yes, unclear at this moment. I have heard it described as a loser leaves NXT match, but...
That's because people are not real journalists like me listening to the actual words.
You were quoted as a journalist once.
In an Instagram comment.
Yeah, well.
On a Lana post.
I mean, that's fine. That counts. Exposure.
And Candace was there.
Mm-hmm. Looked great. She's the best. I can't wait to watch her fight Zelina. I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. Shayna gave a backstage segment
which was bad.
Really? I didn't think it was bad.
Oh, it was bad. She like started to say stuff a couple times and like stopped herself and just
Maybe
like,
I wasn't paying attention.
Being really hesitant.
Wrestling.
It was
5 seconds ago. I was like, I'm a real journalist. I listen to all the words, and then I was like, I did not pay attention to this.
Yeah, no. At least you owned up to it. Journalistic integrity.
Yes, I have. Just like spin it. Stella is a journalist. That's the name of this episode.
Stella is a journalist. Yes, I approve.
or should be #journalism.
No, Stella is a journalist is better.
That's funny. We're funny. Tyler also gave a backstage segment that was like, I'd like to fight other people.
Yeah.
I'm good at fighting.
Right. I would like to fight people. I liked that this was like, hey, remember we have these UK guys?
Yeah, well, they're showing up a lot on 205 Live now.
Yeah, which is smart. They should do that.
Preferential treatment because Drake Maverick is English.
Whatever. That's fine.
Whatever. More Mandrews.
For some reason, I don't know what it is about Mandrews. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, he's a bad guy. And then he comes out and I'm like, literal opposite. He's like the goodest of the good guys.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about his face is just real punchable. And so I always think he's a bad guy. I don't know.
I feel like some people are going to take offense to that.
I mean,
people love Mandrews.
I know. And I don't know why I feel that way.
I personally miss his skateboard that never worked.
Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm like, you lost this skateboard and you lost me, Mandrews.
You lost me when you lost the skateboard. Bianca had a squash match.
She looked great.
Beat the shit out of that girl.
I like how she wrapped her hair up at the end and was like,
I know,
bitch, I'm here.
I like that, where she's like, I'll be putting away my weapon now.
I know, I really liked it. It was because
Did you also know that Bianca makes all of her own gear?
Really?
Mm-hmm. She had an Instagram post about it.
Good for her.
She was like, I'm the EST and everything, bitch.
Paraphrased. Fair. I mean,
I know a lot of wrestlers make their own gear, but not necessarily a lot of wrestlers in WWE make their own gear. And for her, so like she does and Candace does.
Candace makes her own gear? I didn't know that.
Candace made her and Joey's like whenever they had matching gear, like she made all the gear. And stuff.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Yes. I know. Oh my God, Jordynne Grace.
Why can't you never say her name? It's just Jordan.
Is it just Jordan? Because it has a Y in it, and I'm like, how the fuck do you say this?
That's like.
I don't
Y's
know.
often sound like eyes, friend.
Yeah, I guess that's true. She makes all of her own gear too. I like seeing her post on Twitter about like, I learned how to do this.
Yeah, well, she's
different kind of top
also like really like open about how she's like learning new stuff. I'd like her. I don't know how you could look at that and think Jordash.
I don't know. It's
There's
what
no A in it. There's no C or S or H or. You have a bad memory.
I have a fucking terrible memory for names, like really, really bad.
Yeah, well, you kept calling Smiley Kaylee Ray.
I know, and I acknowledge that I was like, I know I'm getting her name wrong.
Whatever, I just let you sound like a fool, so I seem like the smart one.
That's fine. It is foolproof.
My plan is working. They also did a pretty nice Kyrie promo package, so
yeah. Be excited for her.
She's coming back.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Also, this was not on NXT, but NXT was having like a round of tryouts today, and their like Instagram story was like showing a lot of it, and they were doing an interview with Peyton and Billy, like, oh, does this bring back memories from your tryout? And they were like, yeah, we nailed it. And then Riddick Moss walked through the shot, and they were like, ah. Like, he clearly accidentally walked through the shot, but they were, like, very offended. So then the next one was, like, him being interviewed, and they just, like, kept putting their heads in and being like, it doesn't matter. And I was like, they're the best!
I love them.
They're the best!
I love them so much. I want them to move up to the main roster so bad.
I want them to, especially if they do a tag division, put the belts on them immediately.
I know, right? Like, just, there has been a lot of rumors that they're going to do the Dusty Tag Classic again, and then WWE and William Regal were like, no, we're not doing that, and they were like, yes we are. Fucking do a women's tournament. Just do a women's Dusty Classic. That's the perfect way to introduce a women's tag division. Just 16 new teams of women.
I mean, you immediately can get Mandy and Sonya, because that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You can easily bring up Peyton and Billy,
Sarah Logan and fucking the other blonde, Liv Morgan.
Well, but there's like, yeah, and then you can give Ruby a singles push, or you could do a New Day situation where they freebird the belt if they ever got them. You could have a Nikki and Brie, like very, tangentially.
Yeah, and and for a 16-team tournament too, like you can pair up singles peoples that are clearly not going to be.
I mean that happens all the time in the men's division.
Absolutely, yeah. Like Finn and Samoa Joe won the first one, for fuck's sake. Not a tag team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
LOL, not a tag team.
That's funny. I forgot about that.
So,
but it did lead into them having like their feud, so like you can use it the other way. But yeah, they should totally use the women's. Like you can have people who are tag teams, capital letters, that like never really break up. Like that's just what they fucking are. Like the Revival. But like, and that can be like a Peyton and Billy, or you can have just like, hey, Becky and Naomi are gonna pair up for a while because we don't have any storylines for them.
Right, exactly. That's what they do with the men. That's literally why the men's division exists. The bar exists because they don't know what to do with individuals. Jason Jordan and Seth existed as tag champs because they don't know what to do with individuals.
And got hurt, but also that covers your ass if people get hurt.
The Shield got back together because they didn't know what to do with Roman, Seth, or Dean.
Writing is hard.
I guess.
The well of creativity
runs dry fast.
Yeah, you know those books? This reminded me of it. You know those books, the like Girl with the Dragon Tattoos and all that stuff? Yeah. I was in Barnes & Noble the other day and I saw a book that I assume was in the same series because it's like the same kind of title and it has the same book cover. I've never read those books because they appeal to me not at all.
The first one's very good. That's the only one I've read.
But the title was The Girl Who Took Eye for an Eye. And I was like, well, creativity is dead. We're done. We're done now. Everybody go home.
That's not part of that series, but that's very weird.
It looked like it was definitely branded to look like that series.
Oh yeah, it's like It
said a part of a series.
Yeah, that's...
I feel like it's a new one, a part of that series.
Well, that author is dead, and they're... So it's
never mind. LOL. The author's dead.
Well, because he did the first 3, and then there was a 4th one that his wife finished.
Well, she is bad at titling things.
So if there's like a 5th one, then it would be another like ghostwriter or a second person.
Yeah, The Girl Who Took an Eye for an Eye is what it's called, and it says, it's a Lisbeth Slander novel by David Lagerkrantz.
So it must be like a 5th one after he's died then.
Yeah, well,
that's why I stopped reading the series.
Bad name.
Yeah, that is a fucking bad name. I like The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. That's a good title.
That's like a poetry line.
You know,
The Girl Who Took an Eye for an Eye is like.
I wonder what happens in this story.
It sounds like
I bet she seeks revenge.
It sounds like a shitty like old German fable.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I learned. I have some
new German.
I learned some German.
Hit us with it.
The thing I can say most confidently is "Ende gut, alles gut," which is "all's well that ends well." Obviously, that's what I can say well. I can also say "aus den Augen, aus den Sinn," which means out of sight, out of mind. Because I've had to do the same goddamn lesson 85 times, and I think there's a glitch that it won't like put me at full bars for this lesson, and so I've learned to say "Ende gut, alles gut." I've said it probably 1,000 times, so I'm really good at that one.
That's so stupid.
It's so
not
weird.
Helpful.
Not at all. I was like, when am I ever gonna need to say this? Although I did learn how to read. Is gender important? I was like, I can go to Germany now.
I'm good. I can go to Germany now. Let's talk about Raw, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about Raw. Well, that's how that song ends now.
Great.
Wait, before we talk about Raw, should we go get a cookie?
Let's do it.
With the letter C. Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about other things? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts
Cookie,
with
cookie,
C.
cookie time, cookie time,
Oh,
cookie time.
God, cookie good.
No, it's a fucking good cookie.
Oh, really good cookie.
So I wanted to get a cookie. Eating cookies, talking about Raw. Eating cookies, talking about Raw. Raw. See, it's funny when somebody does that. Just hits you with that.
That's really funny.
The night opened with Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns, LOL, for a spot in the Elimination Chamber.
It was so long. It was such a long match. It was fine. It was just like, why is this happening?
It was fine. The 2 thoughts I have, the 3 thoughts I have, the 4 thouts I have.
Good Lord.
I have 4 thoughts. No more, no less.
Okay.
It felt very much like a match we've seen a million times because we have seen them fight a million times.
A million times.
Bray Wyatt needs to figure out some new, quote, creepy moves because they're not creepy anymore.
I'm so tired of the spider move. It's not creepy. He's better at it, but
and also, like,
who cares?
There's no reason anybody should be afraid of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It does nothing. It does nothing.
It does nothing. It means nothing.
The only time it's cool is during WrestleMania when he's fighting Randy Orton and there's bugs all over the mat. Like, yeah, then it's creepy.
Kinda.
I mean, I enjoyed that. It was unexpected at the time. That's why it was so creepy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seconding that opinion. For 3rd thought, Roman Reigns is for sure the new John Cena in that the, like, LOL Roman wins. I know he has been for a while, but it seems very clear now that is no longer Cena's position.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And for a while it was, like, kind of both of their positions.
Yeah,
But now it's very much like LOL Roman wins.
Yeah, it used to be Big Match John, and now it's Big Match Big Dog. Like, that's the
Genuinely,
role he feels.
Every time I watch Raw, if and when somebody says Big Dog, Nick just uncontrollably starts laughing.
Every time they say it, Michael will go, Big Dog!
Well, it elicits a reaction.
Right? It's clearly effective.
4th thought. It's dumb that Bray Wyatt lost without any interference with Matt.
Yeah, it made no sense that Matt was just watching out there. Send in a drone, have it swoop down over the ring or something, and Bray's like, what the fuck was that? Like, that would have been enough. And yet...
I forgot about Vanguard 1, and now I'm happy.
Also, news we didn't cover, Matt Hardy owns all the rights to the Broken Universe now. So, use that shit. Bring in Senor Benjamin and have him throw a spade at him, for God.
And bring on Jeremy Borash.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Backstage segment with Jason Jordan, Seth Rollins. You okay? Yeah, man, I'm okay. We got this. But spoiler alert, he
not okay.
doesn't got it. He's not okay. But don't worry, Big Dog's here to save the day.
As soon as they said that Jason Jordan was out, I was like, so is Big Dog. Okay, so
it's the Big Dog.
I thought they were going to win the titles. I really did.
Yeah, I did too.
Which, whatever.
What also made sense where Angle was like, leave, don't come back. He didn't say that, but, like, essentially he did. So now, like, at least, like, you know, Jason Jordan has to go away.
You know,
so maybe when he comes back, he'll be like, he's got his
Daddy.
He's got his hair grown out and he's wearing eyeliner and he's like, you don't love me, Dad. You're not my real dad. Or whatever. I'm
into that. I feel like they've done as much as they can with fake
Grow
Black Sun.
his hair out.
Add eyeliner.
The Good Brothers.
If someone would like to make us a Jason Jordan eyeliner photo a la your Roman one, I'm into that.
I mean, make them all.
If you want to put eyeliner on literally any dude in WWE or any wrestler at all.
Make me one where Sheamus's mohawk is like bright pink and he has like eyeliner. Not pink. Pink would not go to his skin.
Pale ass skin.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like
color
a blue
theory.
or green.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah, color theory that shit. Get us some eyeliner.
Color theory that shit.
It's too bad we already have an episode title.
It's too bad. Stella is a journalist.
Color theory that shit.
The Good Brothers versus the Revival in a match that made no sense to me.
Fuck the Revival.
We're the Revival. We're a tag team specialist. We're very good at tag teams. Just randomly pick one of your friends. You guys are, like, not a tag team, even though they technically were, but, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna win over us? But we're tag team specialists and you're not a real tag team. Oh, well.
What happened with the Revival?
Why did they win only to lose? With no further, like... What happened to the Revival? Some serious injuries.
Like 3 in a row is what happened to them. Yeah, that's true.
It's precisely what happened.
You're right, I know.
Precisely.
I'm just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed. We got
Your song is so gay.
We go,
all day, all night.
If I ever make a gay porn, it's gonna be called We Go Hard. Byline, all day, all night.
Oh yeah, you gotta open with that shit.
Backstage segment where Sasha's watching her match and feeling sad because she's like, oh fuck. And then Bayley's like, hey bud, got any tips? And Sasha's like, literally? No. I don't have any fucking tips for you.
You think you can beat her? Like, oh, damn.
She was like, basically, Sasha was like, I humor you, but, like, you're not as good as me. And then Bailey was like, LOL, remember all those times I beat you? See you later, bye.
Which was nice. I hope what we're leading up to is their matchup mania. Let's fucking do it.
I had this thought, maybe because I'm, like, wearing the Bailey scarf and I'm, like, having, like, moments. Everyone's like, Sasha heel turn, Sasha heel turn, Sasha heel turn. But what if Bailey turns on her?
I don't know, man. I did not think that they would ever do that with Bailey, but they have just given the fuck up on her, and I don't think that they would, like, hesitate to turn her into a heel.
Like, if she, like, eliminates Sasha in the chamber, and then they get in a feud, and Sasha's, like, beating, Sasha can still be, like, cocky, whatever, because Sasha, even when she's a heel, is that territory where people love to hate her.
Right,
She's
exactly.
still a good guy, even though she's not. She's not a good guy. She's still popular, whatever.
Right.
But, like, if Bailey became, like, a really shitty heel, I feel like she would get lots of heat.
Yeah, absolutely.
She already gets heat as a babyface.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she has the perfect reason for a heel turn. She has so many reasons.
Oh, so many reasons. She's like Sami Zayn, like the most justified in being a heel. Like, you're right, you did get treated like shit.
I feel like heel versus heel is often not great, but they would be such different heels.
Yes.
And it would breathe a different life into their feud.
Right,
so if you're going to reignite the feud, because you know they have Mundo chemistry, like...
You gotta find a way to do it correctly.
And that would, like...
I like that idea.
But, I don't know. They also, like, in that kendo stick match, should have given Bailey a kendo stick, and they didn't. So, like, also, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Because children or whatever.
So stupid. Yeah, maybe
literally stop making decisions for children. Children are dumb. They'll like anything.
Yeah, and also, like, children love violence.
I played with the baby today, and her favorite toy was putting straws in a cup and throwing them in the air. Literally, kids like anything.
Yeah, kids like anything. And also, like, kids love violence. And you can't just assume that because Bailey's a girl and she appeals to young girls. Like, guess what? If young girls are watching wrestling, they like violence a little bit. Yeah. And maybe you should give that to them.
I fully, like, fought kids in school. So, like...
Oh, girl. And a mean shin kick.
Oh, my God.
That was the worst.
I mostly just pulled people's hair really hard and like
I got bullied really hard, so
I pulled the hair out of people's head.
Yeah, I kicked a couple kids hard enough that I gave them permanent scars.
Oh, well, that's fucked up. You know what's worse?
I was also a kid. It's not like as an adult I kicked these children.
Obviously. You know what's worse? Like I would get into like scraps. Never really any big fights, but like scraps. But you know what's worse? What I would do? This is so like fucked up. I would get all of my guy friends to like gang up and be like. And be really mean to the girls that I didn't like.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but I was like a queen. I was like, go fight my battles, minions.
Terrible.
Yeah, I got in trouble for doing that a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, man. I was always the one that got beat up. A group of girls used to beat...
Was there a queen behind you?
Well, it was her and a bunch of her friends. They used to beat the shit out of me and call me a lesbian and made fun of my very small ears.
Well, they weren't wrong.
Well, I mean, they were wrong. I'm bisexual. I'm not a lesbian.
I guess that's true.
The funny thing is that the woman who ordered it, who was the queen of that, is a lesbian and was totally 1,000% taking it out on me as a kid. I found that out later. I called her out in a sociology class when we were in high school.
What did she say?
Well, my professor loved me and he saw me in a play, and so we were like having a conversation before class, and then it started and the unit was on like bullying and like teenage psychology, and so he asked, has anyone ever been bullied? And I was like, yeah, I was, by her sitting right next to me.
Wait, was she out then?
No, she wasn't yet. Okay. And so I like called her out, and our professor like lectured her for like 15 minutes about like what it means to bully a person, and I was like, well, you kind of earned this. It was so satisfying.
I never got the lecture.
Slow burn revenge. That was my thing. I would wait several years and be really like, I will get you.
That's really funny. I only did that stuff in like elementary school. I was really bad in elementary school. And then in middle school, I like wanted to be really popular. So I like joined cheerleading and like whatever. And
Hell yeah, cheerleading. I was also a cheerleader.
Right? I bought into all that stuff. And then like freshman year hit and I was like,
this is bullshit.
I'm in theater now and I don't care what any of you think about me. So that's my progression. Bully, mean girl, queen of the playground. Please be my friend. I want to be a cheerleader. I'll date a football player too. I am into Shakespeare now, and now I don't care about you and your opinions.
The best.
Seems like a natural progression for me.
I think it absolutely is.
Yeah, no one is surprised by that turn of events.
Nope.
Anyways, Bayley versus Sasha. Theoretically, it's happening soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm into it. Good. Slow burn it. I usually complain that they never slow burn stuff, and yet I complain that they haven't done this yet. And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad that they slow burn
Wrestling fans, we're never happy.
I know, right? We literally look for every reason to be upset. Oops.
Whoops! Kurt Angle announced the women competitors in the Elimination Chamber. Mm-hmm. It is Alexa defending her title, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Mickie James, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville, yeah.
Then Alexa came out and was like, "You're a sexist." Because blah, 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 blah. I have to... Here's the thing. She was not wrong about any of the Brock stuff.
No.
And it also, simultaneously, while I was watching it, I was like, I can't believe they're letting her say this stuff.
Well, the whole reason they let her say it is because she's a heel. And so it's supposed to be like
it's
a
not,
shitty feminist.
Yeah, but like, not the sexism stuff. The fact that they would even... Because what she was saying about Brock is true. It's not like she came out as a heel and was like lying and making stuff up. Like, what she's saying is 100% true, and it's from their like, Brock Lesnar, we love you, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
That part was shocking to me.
Yeah, that is surprising that they would allow anyone to say anything bad about Brock, and I wonder if maybe that's a sign that this is the end of Brock's time with WWE.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh.
It did not bother me, the Alexa sexism stuff. I think it is, again, like we said before, is it kind of lazy writing? Yeah, but it also works for her character. She is a cowardly heel, and she has proven over and over again to be a
not believe it when
cowardly heel.
Angle said she hasn't defended the title since October. I was like, that is some Nikki Bella diva shit. Like, that is bananas that you haven't defended this title.
Well, if you think about it, they had the Rumble, and now they're doing the, you know, they were building up to that, and whatever, they had specialty matches. And
it didn't feel like
they were
hadn't been
spotlighting on Asuka. Like,
yeah, it didn't feel like it had been that long. And then to look back, it was really, like, because she's so good on the mic and so good at promos. And there wasn't a Bellatron counting shit down.
Right, exactly. So you forget that stuff. But Alexa is a cowardly heel. And for her to come out and be like, oh, we're in a moment where the women are getting a lot of attention and everyone's talking about feminism. I'm going to try and turn this around to benefit me. I'm willing to throw all of the women under the bus to benefit me. Seems like an Alexa move.
Oh, I totally agree.
Is it lazy writing? Yes, but also like it is lazy writing that is 100% in character with her persona. And if I'm gonna have lazy writing, at least it fits the persona, and at least it fits the, you know, storylines going into the Elimination Chamber and into Mania.
I feel like it's...
And Kurt calling her out and not being like, I'm not a sexist because, and like mansplaining. He was just like, you're doing this because you haven't defended in a really long time.
Yeah. I thought that they played it very appropriately. I think it's upsetting because it demonstrates how a lot of people backstage at WWE actually feel about the women's movement. Like, I'm so annoyed. Dumb feminists want us to do this thing. It very much felt like a backhanded, like, sideways glance to that. But I think it's a testament to how good Alexa is that she made it work for her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that this was writing that they did in like a focused way about her character. I think they were like, oh, we'll have you be a heel and do this thing. And Alexa was like, this does work for me and I'm gonna make it work. I don't think the creative team was thinking that deeply about it.
And I can see that, and I can see if you thought about it from that perspective being upset about it. I absolutely agree. Alexa is fucking
She did a great job and like really did make that segment work, even if it may not have been well intentioned.
Yeah. It's February, which means it's Black History Month, which means
the only time WWE cares about black people.
Which is a very important month, and like it should be talked about and should be like lauded and all of that stuff. It's just like,
hey, you've never had a black champion, maybe you should address that.
They just don't know how to fucking... Yeah, also, it always weirds me out when they do the, like, spotlights on, like, you know, Martin Luther King and all these other people, but, like, why don't you spotlight the people in your company?
Yeah.
In your history? Why don't you talk about, you know, Booker T?
Yeah.
Why don't you talk... Frankly, why don't you talk about The Rock? Like, why don't you talk about The New Day? Why don't you talk about The New Day and their accomplishments? Why don't you talk about Sasha? Why don't you talk... That's what pisses me off the most about it. Yeah, it's great that you sent your superstars to go to a Black History Museum and talk to the NAACP and all that stuff. That's great, and that stuff should happen, and they should be they should represent your company in that way and go do those things. That is good. Why are you not highlighting the people in your own company? It bothers me when they do it for, like, the Latin American stuff, too. Like, I don't give a shit about J-Lo. I love her. I don't care. Why are we talking about her? Why are we not talking about the people in your company that fought against the shit you put them through and came out on top?
Because then they have to acknowledge that they put up obstacles for these people to
But they do it with the women.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't understand. Like, they talk about it all the time, like, oh, bra and panty match, mud and wrestling match, this, that, and look how far we've come. And these women rose above all that shit and made it, like, I don't understand why we can't do that.
Because it's very different to be like, hey, remember when Triple H and Booker T had this horrible fucking lead up to WrestleMania and then Booker T lost because racism? Like, you can't...
you don't have to do it that
They'll
way. They'll
never address that.
I know, I agree, and they don't have to do it that way, but they can be like, Booker T is the five-time. He came from humble beginnings. I don't know where he came from, but like, and
he went to jail.
He and his brother were in WCW, and then he came over here and made a name for himself, and he's fucking great, and we love him. Or the New Day, they were toiling in fucking obscurity, and now they were fucking the longest, like, why are they not? I just don't get it.
I also don't understand, like, if you want to do this, like, pop culture poll, which is why they do those other people, why not, like, Raw's a 3-hour program. Have 2 segments. Have a 10-minute segment with a famous person who's not in your company. Have a 10-minute segment with someone from your company where you highlight one of your athletes.
Yeah.
That just
I did appreciate that they had other athletes go to the museum other than just the black ones. Because, like, last year it was just the black ones talking about why it's important, which... I think it's a double-sided coin. Like, yes, like, they should be given the voice, and they should be given the time, and they should be being like, this is our history. But at the same time, they shouldn't have to do all the work.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
There's a fine line between using your privilege as a white person or whatever to give this space for people of color to talk and share their ideas and opinion stuff, and then there's the flip side where it's like, you're just making them do the work. And that's a very fine line that's hard to navigate.
Absolutely.
Anyways, I hate WWE congratulating themselves for doing literally the least amount of shit that they can
Absolutely.
do.
They love patting themselves in the back for the least effort.
They sure fucking do. Anyways, Bayley versus Asuka. For no reason, but also was a great match.
Yeah. It was unclear why they were fighting each other.
I think it was just like, we need to keep Asuka relevant, and also we're building into this feud with Bayley, seemingly, and we need to remind people that she's very good. And I like the bit at the end where Asuka, like, went to her, because, like, it's a very Bayley move, but Asuka didn't go to other people, and it, like...
Didn't do it to Sasha,
and
especially.
Bayley and Asuka have a history, because Bayley lost her title to Asuka, starting Asuka's reign. Like, they have a history... And it's very in tune with Bayley's character. And I just thought the match was really good. It was very, I mean, obviously, because they're different wrestlers, but it was tone different than the Sasha Asuka one.
Totally.
Which I thought was really important.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's defining it's defining Bayley and Sasha again as wrestlers. And it's helping Asuka. I just enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all those points.
Well, great.
All excellent points.
Thank you so much. The Miz versus Apollo Crews for a spot in the Elimination Chamber. LOL Apollo. Well, he looked really good in this match. He had a couple really good spots. But also LOL Apollo.
Yeah, LOL.
Sorry, bro.
Oops.
Except for next week, the 4 that were eliminated. So Apollo, Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy,
and Finn
Balor will wrestle for the last spot. Who do you think it will be?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, everybody.
Yep. Definitely. It's definitely going to be him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, because I assume that, like, Matt and Bray will, like, distract each other, and then LOL Apollo, what are you here for?
To get pinned.
Yes.
Literally to get pinned. Yep. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Roman and Seth fought the bar, but then it was DQ'd because Jason Jordan has so many feelings.
Yeah, what the fuck, Jason Jordan? What?
But he was helping.
Yeah, sorta.
He just is a selfish bastard. Oh, I'm sorry, a selfish son of a bitch. According to Seth Rollins. in his flame pants.
Those fucking pants.
Those fucking pants are great, kind of.
There's like a singular flame that wraps around his crotch.
Yeah. Crotch flame.
A choice.
Crotch flame. They love to put shit on people's crotches.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Strange. It's not always the best choice. Never the best choice. There was a Nia squash match, accompanying with a promo package, clearly trying to rebuild her up for this match with her and Asuka, which is great. Like, it took 6 women to eliminate her in the Rumble.
Right.
So that put it over. She's doing the squash matches again, making her look really strong. She gave a good promo, that promo package. Like, her and Asuka have fought before, and it was when Nia was much greener, but it was still pretty good, and it will be interesting, especially since it seems like Asuka is very good at adapting to her opponents. And, you know, we just got this match with Sasha and then Bayley, and they were very different, but very good. I'm very much looking forward to the Nia-Asuka match. I don't think it would be a bad thing in the future for Asuka to lose to Nia, necessarily, but they can't have Asuka lose before Mania.
No, Nia can't break her streak.
No.
Who's gonna break her streak?
I don't know. I think it's going to get to a point where it's going to feel like in a very different way. So everybody hold on your panties. But when Brock broke Taker's streak, it was a moment and then it led to fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that her streak's going to go on for so long that they're going to get to a point where it's going to become a necessity to break it, and they don't have a good reason to.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's just going to be someone.
Yeah.
It would have made sense for it to be Paige.
Yeah.
But that is off the table now.
Now it's off the table, yeah. It feels weird that they clearly had this plan they were working to, and now it's like, what, who do we do now? And, like, there really is no one else who feels as appropriate as Paige did. Like,
right.
It's hard to say, like, what they're gonna do from here. I feel like the only other person who would feel appropriate is maybe Emma, if they brought her back, but, like,
yeah,
that's
not gonna
still
weird. I think the only person that would feel appropriate would be Ember, but Ember's not gonna come up. Right.
Yeah.
She's the only person right now. But, like, you could make an argument for other people. I think most people on the roster you could make an argument for.
Yeah.
But
could be Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, it could. And that, you know what, is as annoyed as people would get, maybe, it would make logistic sense.
Also, Charlotte didn't win the first Women's Rumble. It's not like she owns every title, like every first of women's in WWE.
Right. If you get to a point where you just need to break it and you don't have anyone else to do it, it would make logistic sense to have Charlotte to do it. At least it would be a follow-through on some kind of story.
Any story at all, yeah.
So that's my fear with that, is that they're going to get to a point where they're just like, fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So we had quite a few women's segments, thankfully, because I feel a lot of times WWE doesn't follow up on their, like, big accomplishments, but since the Rumble, we've gotten a lot of spotlight on the women. Alexa had the stuff with Angle. We had the backstage segment with Sasha and Bayley. We had the match with Bayley and Asuka, which was a lengthy match. We had the Nia squash match and the promo and the package, and then immediately after that, we had a match with Sonya Deville versus Mickey with Paige and Mandy Rose on the outside. And it wasn't a long match, but it wasn't a short match. Yeah. And we saw Dana Brooke during the Apollo Crews.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think we saw everyone on the Raw roster.
I think you're right.
Which is excellent.
Yeah.
It is a big roster for that division, but it's not a big roster. Like, they should have multiple nights where it's easy to get everyone on TV.
Yeah. And, I hadn't even noticed that. You're right. There were a lot of women and a lot of women's segments.
In different segments, too. It wasn't like, yeah, we saw every woman, but it was in one segment where they were all just running around.
It's all a fucking tag match or whatever,
There were, like, different stories or reasons for people to be fighting. Also, Mickey beat Sonya.
Yeah, which was surprising.
Yeah, and, like, Sonya looked good, and, Mickey beat her with, like, distraction or whatever. And I think that's smart to have... Mickey is clearly not going to win the eliminate... Mickey is sacrificial lamb number fucking 1. So it's good to make her look strong and to reestablish her a little bit. And she looked good in the Rumble before going into the Chamber. So I think that was smart.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The final match was John Cena versus Braun versus Elias.
For the last spot in the Elimination Chamber, which was...
Not the last spot, to enter last.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Basically, this was just a match for Elias to get that spot, but also for everybody to witness how strong Braun was. And
yes.
it 100% served that purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really shocked that Elias won, honestly. I was really surprised by it.
Yeah, I assumed it would be John Cena.
Yeah, definitely.
But we're in this new age where you can't assume it's John Cena.
I know, right? He's no longer the big dog. There's a different big dog.
Was he ever the big dog?
He was Big Match John, sorry. Different.
Yes, they are different titles.
May bad.
Overall, I thought Raw was pretty entertaining because while everything wasn't amazing, there were so many different angles of stories that it at least was like interesting. It wasn't just like match. Like there were, I mean, we're in the, you know, the like little golden area where like they have to be smart about what they do because it should lead to Mania. Mm-hmm. And more people are theoretically watching right now because they're like, oh, it's Mania season.
Right, exactly.
So, good for them.
Good for them.
Smacky Smacks.
SmackDown, also good this week.
Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are having feelings, and AJ Styles is like, stop. Stop. It's like when your parents are fighting, and you're like, you're the kid, and you're like, stop. You're being ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're the adults here, and I'm the kid, and I need you guys to just fucking relax and, like, get your shit together, because I am being negatively affected by it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just love that. I like that he came out. Also hilarious that AJ Styles' song starts, the first word is yep. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it.
I have not noticed it.
Cracks me up because right before this, I've noticed it before, but it just was like a great segue because Shane was like, Daniel, yes this, yes that, and you are living vicariously through Kevin and Sammy, but they're like bastardizing what you do with the yep movement, yep this, yep that, and then AJ's music hit and it's like, yep. They don't want none. And I was like, yep.
That's hilarious. I had not noticed that. I will not be able to not notice that now.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a great song. Mm-hmm. New Day tweets. So smart. If you don't have anything to do with them right now, they are great at that shit.
Yeah.
Every time the camera went to them, it was great. Like when they had the top 10 thing and they Xavier didn't feel like they got high enough and they like cleaned his tears with pancakes and Kofi's little fucking unicorn hand and them being like, well, you know, we need somebody strong and smart, and like Xavier's obviously the one with the like degrees and Biggie's obviously the strong one, but they were both like, Kofi! Because they love him!
I love it. I love how much they love him.
Xavier and Biggie's love for Kofi is perfect and undying, and it's just like pure wonder and joy. And frankly, Kofi does deserve all those accolades.
He does deserve it, yes.
Kofi should have won the Rumble. Team Kofi winning a Rumble before he fucking retires.
It's never gonna happen.
I know, but he should.
I know that he should. I know.
Pancakes for everyone.
Let him win a briefcase. Let him win one of the Money in the Bank briefcases.
Fucking let him. One of them should have the universe. One of them should be in that title picture.
Yeah, I agree.
Ugh.
I agree.
Liv Morgan and the Riot Squad fought Charlotte Flair. Liv Morgan is not my favorite wrestler. I like her personality and stuff, but I thought she did a pretty good job with this.
She's another one that gets better every time she has time to wrestle.
There were a couple of nasty ones, though, where she had, like, Charlotte in the, whatever it's called, with the, like, hands behind her neck and the elbows out, and she was, like, jamming Charlotte down and, like, actually, like, really jamming her arms, and I was like, that has actually got to really hurt. That looks like that sucks. And Charlotte is great at selling. I mean, that's Charlotte's whole thing. It's like, she's, like, so good at selling and being overwhelmed and then, like, coming out and just, like, beating the shit out of you and winning and being like, I'm the queen, motherfucker.
That's right.
Also, I think it's so funny when people get kicked out and they, like, freak out. Like, Ruby was just, like, losing her mind.
Oh, she lost it.
What?
Her hair is so long now. Like, so long.
She's been getting really into her, like, her looks, like, and, like, how she presents herself. And I think, you know what, if she is fine with it, then whatever. And as long as they keep the shaved head. And her makeup has looked so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they let her keep her one-legged gear, which I love.
Honestly, I would rather that they let her keep her gear. Because, like, that's what you learn to wrestle in. It would be hard to learn how to move in different gear. Like, let her do what she wants for one thing.
For one thing. Also, I don't know. She might want to grow her hair long. You don't know, man. I don't. Like, if you think about it... She's
never in her wrestling career had hair this long, and they just seem to be making her continue to grow it.
First of all, styling your hair is hard. And being an indie wrestler and styling your hair, I'm sure is hard. frankly, I see a lot of women's wrestlers on the indies who, like, her hair looks crazy and looks like shit because, A, it's not the important part, and I'm never like, your hair looks dumb, but also, like, it's not a priority, and it must be hard. Where are their outlets back in the fucking Eagles Club and shit like that? So there's that. And also, like, maybe she always did want to get extensions, but extensions are fucking expensive as shit, and maintenance is hard. And now she has this beauty team. If you had a beauty team, wouldn't you want to be like, I want to try something? I'm not saying that's what she does want, but just from, like, following her on Instagram and stuff, like, she seems to like to look pretty and to try things and to try new lipsticks she seems to be very into her look. So in not like a vain way, in like, whatever, who cares? I don't need to qualify that. Everybody knows what I'm trying to say. So I don't know. There should be other women who have short hair, but Peyton has short hair now. Peyton has hair that's your length.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she come back from wherever
no, but
she
they're
was?
putting her in videos and stuff, and like she's still being active, and she has short hair. So like,
all right, that's legit.
I don't know.
I'd not seen that. That's good.
I'm not agreeing with you, but I'm also like, I mean,
I don't think that Ruby seems unhappy. I just think it's shitty that they clearly told her she had to grow her hair out. Like,
but they let her keep the shaved. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just like, there are more important things for me to worry about.
I know.
I know. I'm just whatever. I don't know why I got all heated about that.
That's okay.
Charlotte won. The Bludgeon Brothers beat up Matt Fitchett.
It took me a minute. I was like, he reminds me so much of Matt Cross that every time I see him, I'm like, Matt Cross? No, it's not.
No, he looks like Matt Cross's like little brother.
Yes, definitely.
Is significantly less hot. Because Matt Cross.
Who? Got that Silver Fox action going.
And he's nice and talented, and he makes nice, comfy clothes. Matt Cross.
The most comfortable wrestling shirt.
The 3 most comfortable wrestling things that I own. All of my WWE sweatpants. I live and breathe for them. My Sienna hoodie. I wear it like 3 times a week. I wash it every week, and I'm like, yay, my hoodie's clean. And my Wrestling is Forever shirt. Those pieces of merch, comfy as shit.
My Wrestling is Forever, my Chikara shirt, and my Broken Skull Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt. 3 most comfortable wrestling shirts I own, for sure. I was shocked.
Is that a Pro Wrestling Tees?
Yes.
Actually, my women's cut Pro Wrestling Tees ones always fit really well. I wouldn't necessarily say they're comfortable because they are fitted, but they are cut, like the fit. Yes. The ladies' fit is actually really nice.
Yes, I agree with that.
Gotta get those sweatpants. They're the tits.
I have the Nakamura ones. They are very comfortable.
Yeah, I know. I bought them for you.
I know.
For Christmas.
I know.
I have Sasha and Seth and Nakamura, and I want more. But here's the problem. Sometimes it just says the people's name on the side, but like, I don't need just their name on my leg. I want it to say something dumb. So like, the Sasha ones have the like glasses and say like boss. The old ones, they have new ones that say like bosses make bank or something. And then like the Seth Rollins ones say like burn it down. Be creative. I don't just need it to say AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's
not gonna wear. I mean, I'm not gonna buy AJ Styles merch anyways. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, true.
I immediately bought the Burn It Down ones because they were great. Burn it down! The Usos explained what the Uso Penitentiary was. It's in your mind.
The promo was great. They're great.
That's what the promo was.
Yeah.
It literally was just like, we trapped you in your brain. We were once good guys, and now we're not, but you still love us. Mind games. That's all it was.
No, you're right. I mean, it was good,
I'm
but
not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Rusev and Bobby Roode had a match.
Yes, they did.
Rusev is all in on Rusev Day. He is so into it. He's like, I'm over again!
I know, I love it.
You want me to say this dumb chant? I will! I actually thought this match, I know that Bobby Roode's not your favorite, but I thought this match was, like, pretty good.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like with Roddy Strong, where every time I see him wrestle, I'm happy about it.
But Roderick Strong is actually a really good wrestler.
Absolutely. Is a much better wrestler than Bobby Roode is, but in the same vein.
Bobby Roode is a good wrestler, but in a very old school way.
Yes. I enjoy watching Bobby Roode wrestle. I'm never, like, bored of his wrestling style. It's just boring that he has, like, no character. But yes, I agree. I like this match a lot. I mean, it's not like...
For what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have liked it a lot more if Randy Orton hadn't showed up. Also, how did Randy Orton...
surprising.
just get on this. First of all, I don't understand this top 10 list, but like whatever. Becky made a hilarious pun. Becky forever.
Becky was higher than Randy Orton, which was hilarious.
And I love that I love that there were 3 women on it. I was like, Naomi's not on this fucking list. I basically was like, if Becky and Charlotte and Naomi are not on this list is trash. So that they all were. But like, why the fuck would Randy Orton be on that list? Who cares?
I don't know. People love a Legends pop.
But it was like the superstars voted. Also, why wasn't Rusev on it? I don't know. Fuck that list. I don't get it. I don't get the list.
Yeah, I don't get the list either. This is the wrong list. Bring back the list of Jericho.
It's the only list we care about. Mm-hmm. So remember how we were like, Shelton and Benjamin need a name. Mm-hmm. It's not a good one. Tag Destruction! Chad Gable should have changed his name to Chad Benjamin. Then they would have just been Shelton and Benjamin. That's a better name. Also, LOL, happy birthday, Connor.
I love them.
I do too.
I liked this promo that Tag Destruction gave, where they were like, "You're clowns. You're just funny men. We're done with this."
I want a gif of them aggressively beating up that board. Fuck this picture!
I did love that. I thought that was great. I think it's nice to see the Ascension and Breezango like involved in the stories again.
Yeah,
really nice.
Even if I would prefer for them to be winning. Mm-hmm. We already kind of talked about the Kevin and Sammy match, but it did end with shenanigans, and now they're both in the match. No need to break them up.
Triple threat match.
So, full disclosure, I like watched most of the stuff today because like today was the only day I had, and I like just like powered through it. But Erin came over, and that was like the last match that I was watching, and I was setting up for the podcast. But every time I would look up, they were doing something amazing, and I would be like, "Oh wow, this is great!" And I would do stuff, and then be like, "Oh wow, they're really good at wrestling." Do stuff. Oh, let me rewind that. That was a cool move. So I didn't totally watch this match, but everything I saw was great.
Yeah, the whole thing was good, and like we were saying before too, they have such great chemistry. They know each other so well, and like that was part of this too, is that they were like picking these spots to like preemptively like to scope out what the offense was going to be of the other person. Right. They like really effectively made that work, which I thought was great.
Yeah, I mean, they're excellent.
And I love when Kevin gets so frustrated that he yells things at Sammy. It's so good every time. I fucking love it.
I love that when he did his interview, he gave Renee, like, he was like, "Oh, Renee, with a good question." Huh,
yeah.
Renee. Oh, Renee.
And Renee was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, bitch, I'm good at my job.
She told a hilarious story on her podcast about Dean. She's into crystals because she's a regular bitch. She's a basic bitch or whatever.
That's the whole point of the podcast.
Exactly. And she was
also like whatever. I know crystals and witchy shit is like very popular right now, but like there are reasons.
Oh, yeah. But she told the story about how because Dean is injured, he's at home, and she was on the road during the Super Blood Blue Moon or whatever the fuck it was, and she called him and made him take her crystals out into their yard and supercharge them in the moon. Which he did.
Of course he did. He's a good husband.
And then later was like, I felt really stupid doing this, but I did it anyway. Like, that's so endearing. Like, I love them.
Dean what if like Dean like on his recovery got like really into crystals and he came back and was like, "I'm a witch."
They're saging their house this weekend. They're already into that shit.
Dean.
I love it.
Did you watch 205 Live?
Mm-hmm. I also watched it today.
Am loving Rockstar Spud. I'm never gonna call him Drake Maverick, you guys. I just can't.
I like the name Drake Maverick.
I like the name Rockstar Spud, and I have a lot of emotional baggage with Rockstar Spud, and I love him, so he's Rockstar Spud.
Listen, that's fine. I will call him by his correct WWE name.
That match with Lindsay and Kalisto is really good.
Fucking real good. Really, really good.
For a guy who has always struggled with, like, character stuff, other than, like, I am a guy with a lot of heart, and then Lindsay, who was just like, I have this mask.
And I'm very good at wrestling.
It was an excellent match with, like, it was, because sometimes I think with the cruiserweight stuff, it can just be really good wrestling without, like, a lot more. Mm-hmm. And this one, like, felt like there was, like, a respect level, and it, like, definitely, like, pushed them over a little bit, and it definitely, I feel like, defined Lindsay a little bit more, because he had a lot more personality during the match. Like, when he would do certain moves, he would, like, showboat a little bit more, instead of just being like, I'm good at wrestling, and I don't know. And they're, like, back and forth just throwing each other out of the ring and back in, like...
Kalisto yelling, "I need this," was excellent.
Yeah,
I just
was
really
like,
good.
this is what they need to do. Find these moments and this type of stuff going forward. Like, the point of your show is that these people are incredible wrestlers. Mm-hmm. But you have to also bring other shit into it. Because, like, watching 3 incredible wrestling matches back-to-back, great. We're not watching the Olympics. Like, I want characters and stories and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Which is why people are, like, hot for Drew. Like, you know, like Drake Maverick said, he was like, you guys are just goofing around. Yeah, you have abs and, you know, you used to be an amazing wrestler. Like, what are you doing? Drew's gotten really over this character now, but he does need to get back like good wrestling. Like,
yeah, I agree. Because he's a great wrestler and
really
needs to be able to like showcase that than just as a guy who loses matches.
I like that Rockstar Spud specifically was like, you are a grappler. I really like that because it's absolutely his style, and especially, and that can meld with this character.
Yes, absolutely. He's not a high flyer. There's a reason he started this whole thing. It's because he was a grappler.
Also, TJP reading his tweets was great. That is perfect for his shitty little boy at Christmas gimmick. I don't love TJP, but this is the right thing to do with this character.
I agree. Yes.
It for sure is. Also, can we just talk about how... I don't think we talked about it last week, but can we just talk about how great Tozawa's backstage segments and stuff have been?
I love him.
And he was like, I was disappointed that I wasn't named the manager, but it's okay, because now I'm going to win this tournament and become the champion again, and then I will fire you.
Yeah.
Little smile and walk. Like, Tozawa... You know, I feel like a lot of times when they bring in these Japanese wrestlers, because they have Tozawa and Nakamura and Asuka and Hideo, they, even if they can talk, they like don't let them.
Yeah.
And they were doing that with Tozawa for a while.
For a long time,
and now I think they realize, like, no, he can speak English, and also he has, like, the most endearing fucking personality.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, he's just like a bucket of joy. I love him. And is also an excellent wrestler. The main event was Roderick Strong making his 205 Live debut, which I guess he's just on 205 Live now.
I guess.
All right.
He has a couple more matches that were pre-taped at NXT.
Right. I mean, that's what they do when they bring him up.
Yeah.
It's like back and forth a little bit.
Good. They should. He should be on 205 Live.
Also, this is the most, other than him being like, I'm doing this for my baby, which was his most character in NXT, like, he felt, his
felt
character,
relatable in this.
Right, exactly, and his character wasn't, like, you know, he's not coming out as, like, with, like, a crazy gimmick. It was just, like, guy who is good at wrestling and has a lot of passion and heart, but, like, he actually, like, projected that. Like, that's always kind of been his character in NXT and WWE, but, like, it actually worked this time.
Yes.
I think maybe just because he, like, came in hot and then won. He had this good match with Itami and won, and then, you know, is in the... I don't know why it worked necessarily, but it did. The match was really good.
Yeah.
And he finally felt like, oh... Something.
Yeah.
It felt like something.
I gave a shit about him for the first time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't necessarily know why. I don't know the X factor, but
yeah, I don't know what it was. It was almost like just being up on this main show where you're not surrounded by these guys who are similar to you from your Ring of Honor past. Maybe
that, and maybe that it is in the tournament style, so you know that there is like a reason to fight, and that there is like a goal, so you like get invested in a different way, maybe.
Also, like, honestly, all of his shit with Undisputed, I want him to join Undisputed, so I'm not like happy when he says he doesn't want to do that. So like, just completely disconnect him from that story. Like, also take him out of that.
Like, they're setting up a storyline with Hideo where he gets like really beaten down, and then like he's like, it's over, I'm moving on, except for not, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm glad they're doing literally anything with Hideo. That's all I'm glad about.
It's hard because they clearly wanted to do the like, you will respect me thing, but it's not working. So it's clear they still want to do something along those lines.
Yeah.
They need to tweak it and figure it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is not a bad role for him.
No, I agree.
But they do need to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And like, he's at least permanently on 205 Live, and now it's under different management, which probably means he'll have more opportunities. And like, there are people who are hurt, like Noam Dar and Brian Kendrick, who can't wrestle. Like, put him in those matches that you would have put other people in. Like, Cool, I'm into that. I want to watch Jack Gallagher and Hideo Itami beat the piss out of each other.
Frankly, and I want some of the people that they're bringing up for the tournament to become mainstays. Like, I know we have this UK title, and it's like, well, keep all the UK guys together, and we'll just use them around. But, like, Manders should just be on 205 Live.
I completely agree. I absolutely agree.
And in the future, if you need him to go for the belt or something, fine. But, like, Manders should just be on 205 Live.
Because he's fucking good at that.
Yeah.
Like, let's get real. He's really good at that, and you should be using him.
That's 100% his style is the cruiserweight style.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to give him the UK belt anytime soon.
And you need baby faces.
You need baby faces. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. He should definitely be on it. Any other thoughts about wrestling this week? I only, unfortunately, got to watch WWE stuff.
Yeah.
I did not get to watch TNA or anything. I am hoping to... My plan to get back into ROH, because there's so much, is to kind of, like, come back in around Mania and watch Supercard.
Yeah,
and
I think that's a good idea.
And, like, buy Supercard and then just, like, jump back in then.
That's a good idea.
Also, Ring of Honor. Oh, that's one thing. Ring of Honor is going to release a subscription service.
Yeah,
which I know a lot of people are like, another subscription service. But personally, I find ROH hard to track because they do develop storylines, but it's so sporadic, and I don't get the channel that they're... Not that storylines are sporadic, but, like, broadcasting is sporadic. Mm-hmm. And I don't get the channel they're on, and I'm not totally sure their upload schedule, and I'm not sure, like, what happens at the house shows, like, because their storylines continue at non-televised shows. So, like, truly, I find following ROH a little difficult sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for a network-type situation so I can just, like, be keyed in on the storyline.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. It's weird, because, like, it's sort of like New Japan, except that New Japan runs on a different schedule, but similar in the way that, like, stuff happens at their house shows, and they, like, broadcast some of those, and, like, how do you keep track of all this shit? It just if you fall even a little behind, it's very easy to be like, what the fuck just happened?
That's what happened to me in ROH. I just, like, fell behind, and now I'm just like, I feel like I'm familiar enough that I could just jump back in, but, like, it seems Supercard of Honor is a good time to jump back in.
Yes.
Jumping back in on Mania stuff, like Mania weekend stuff.
It's literally set up for people to jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's my plan.
All right, yeah.
So we have one more John Cena Tapout smell test.
It's the last one. This is it.
It's the last one, unfortunately, for all of you people.
I know that
love this smell test.
I love this series of smell tests.
I have also kind of loved it. I'm not gonna lie. There was only one really bad one.
I know. So I've been shocked by how good all of these have been, other than Fuel.
Though,
again,
unfortunately,
avoid
one of
Fuel.
One doesn't smell good on you.
I know. I should just bring it back so you can have it.
Well, I'm not gonna put it on.
I mean, you could use it in your gym bag.
Well, I have a gym bag.
Don't you go to a gym?
I just put my shoes and my bra in. I wear, like, leggings and, like, tank tops to work, so I just change my bra and put on my knee pads and change my shoes.
All right, fair.
So I don't need, like, a bag.
All right, fair.
Anyways, this one's called Control. Clean.
Oh, a John Cena brand, huh?
Clean, cool scent.
A different blue.
It's a dark blue. So I'm doing this on a check.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Well, I already deposited it.
Okay, that's fine.
It's fine. It smells pretty high end, actually.
Yeah, this reminds me of the last one that we just smelled. I was like, this smells like...
Well, the last one was like a basic bitch one.
Well, yeah, it smelled like Calvin Klein Eau de Toilette.
But this smells like something you would smell at, like, Macy's.
Yeah, it does.
If you want to be fancy but not pay a lot of money, I guess buy Control.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good. It's more subtle than I was expecting.
It's clean and cool.
Yeah, it's good. Is there not a description for this one? It's extremely flammable. Look at that. There are like 5 languages in a row. Like, flammable. Girl, this is flammable.
This is flammable. Oh, John.
1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6 languages telling you.
What languages? Can you figure it out?
English, Spanish, German.
One of them's got to be French. For all you French Canadians.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is French. One of these is, I think, Italian.
Control your destiny. Ooh, this has got bergamot leaf. That's why I like it. That's why I like it.
Yeah, this one was pretty good.
One?
I would put this up there, like, top 3 of the series.
This one I feel like you could get away with not saying that it's Tapout.
Oh,
like, the other ones you would be like, it's, like, basically Axe.
Do you know about
Though this one could be horribly abused. You need a spray.
Yeah, you need one spray of this.
This is the type of shit that, like,
Yes.
men cover themselves in. Truly, I hate cologne and I hate men's body spray because I feel like...
It's so overused.
I feel like the men who choose to use these do not understand. Like, women who wear perfume, for the most part, unless you're, like, 50 and you just cover yourself in perfume.
Right? I took a bath in my perfume this morning.
It's like a wrist thing, and then if you need a whole body, you spray it into the air.
And you walk through it.
And you casually walk through it. You don't just spray it on your body, which I feel like men are just, like, out of the shower, like...
Right, they do that like 7 where they go across their chest and then all the way down their body.
No.
Like, that is too much. That's too much.
Too much!
Ugh.
Especially if you use, like, a men's body wash and a men's deodorant, because they're all scented, like, intensely. Like, that is too much going on. Anyways, if you buy this, spray it into the air and walk through it.
Walk through it. That's the way to do it.
Do not put it on your body.
Maybe that other one will work better if I, like, walked through it. I'll try. We'll see.
I'll try. We have one review.
Okay.
I've said it before. Listen to Now Your Demographic by Noisy Nate. Do you like wrestling? Do you like fun? Do you like an occasionally inebriated host/hosts? Then this is the pod for you. Erin and Stella are true fans of the business. They will try to tell you it's mostly a recap show for the pro wrestling, but it's so much more. Content also includes, but is not limited to, tales of interactions with wrestlers, both good and bad. Quote-unquote lessons on proper crowd etiquette. Toad Steve's chat, burlesque show stories, righteous fury aimed at the patriarchy, marry, fuck, kill questions, and PSAs informing us about which folk in the industry are utter trash people. Absolutely worth every listen. I anxiously await the upload every week. Keep up the good work. Demis. Yeah. P.S. I'm pretty sure Stella was joking when she said they won't come back from the New Year hiatus unless they got a bunch of new reviews, but I enjoy the show too much to leave it to chance. Well, Noisy Nate, you saved the podcast.
That's so fucking good.
Because I was serious.
That was such a good, succinct review of what our podcast is.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, lessons on proud etiquette.
Lessons? Erin, you have to stop laughing because I have to go to bed.
I'm sorry, that was just so funny.
Noisy Nate did a great job.
You did a great job. You made me laugh really hard.
Roll call. You can find us on the internet. I'm at Stella_Chase.
I'm at Urgency.
We also have a pod Twitter at Not Your Demo Pod. It's technically for school. Later it will be both of us, but it's just me now.
Yeah.
I can't tweet about dicks because my teacher follows it. But soon. Peen Watch.
Also,
2018.
Hard Peen Watch on Roddy Strong during that 205
Hard
match. Hard
Peen
Peen
Watch.
Watch.
Thank you so much for remembering because I also was like,
as soon as he came out, I was like, Roddy, you were in white, and there are a lot of taint shots.
Roddy, is that just a name?
Oh my god. Oh, that reminds me too. Another thing I remembered. Mauro Ranallo had a great line when he was talking about Bianca Belair. He said, she treats her opponents like she has diplomatic immunity.
I did not hear that.
Which made me laugh
Mauro
really
Ranallo,
hard.
you treasure.
It was so good.
You can email us at notyourdemo@gmail.com with questions or comments or concerns, I guess.
Sure, why not?
Don't ask us about
if you
your
have
concerns.
if you have concerns about things that you think we might be able to help about, yeah, sure. If you have concerns about us as people, like, maybe save it. I don't really care.
Write it in your bullet journal.
And then burn it. And then wipe your ashes on your face.
You're going to say then to wipe your ass. Oh, you can find us at nowyourdemographic.wordpress.com, which is also just for school. Please don't read the articles. They're not good. I write them under duress. I'm too busy.
Write them under duress.
I do. I'm like, I don't know. I just have to type something because it's due, and I didn't have time to work on it this weekend. I write them under duress.
Don't not believe you. You can give to our Patreon, where we will have new episodes. episodes going up shortly.
We have at least one coming up this weekend and probably one next week. Also, Patreon subscribers, I'm so sorry. I was so busy. I'm very important. But our buttons have been printed, and if this snowstorm doesn't ruin my life, I'll be able to pick them up, and then I'll be hitting the post office to send you your buttons and your koozies. Also, I hope you enjoyed my stripper video.
Yes.
Yes, stripper video.
Yes. Yes, become a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/notyourdemopod, correct?
Yeah.
You set it up. I don't remember.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Sure. Why not? Check our Twitter. Well, you can find it there.
We're only like $30 away from Stella's /fic.
Yeah, I know. I saw that today. Like, we should get on that.
Well, it's not a we thing.
We as like a community that's supporting us with their dollars so should get on it. Yeah.
I'll have to ask our patrons how they want it. Like, do they actually want me to write it? Should I do like just like a video description of them, like detailed description, or should I like for real write it like? Set the scene.
I'm into both of those. I feel like if I'm gonna do videos for the review
that's
of
true.
Shawn Michaels' terrible book, also check our Patreon for that coming later. Yeah. I checked it out from the library and was like, ooh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I guess if you're doing videos, then I should just write it.
Yeah.
LOL, I have so much free time. But for you patrons, I'll do anything.
I mean, you are literally paying us to do it, so.
What a good point. We've got 2 words for you. Pre-mode! Pre-mode. Pre-mode! Ew.
What?
Fucking ew.
It's a weed lolly.
That you've had for how long?
I opened it on Saturday, so less than a week.
That's fucking gross.
That's why it has a wrapper.
Ugh. I am not a fan.
You don't eat a whole pot brownie at once either. How else are you supposed to split a lolly up?
But you don't put your whole mouth on a brownie and then put it back.
It's fair.
Get in position to do a right sound test, you dum-dum.
Okay, kids.
We got T-Mobile's unlimited family plan with Netflix included, so...
Our New Year's resolution is to not spoil your shows since we can watch our own shows on our phones, tablets, or TV.
Good.
Get 4 lines for just $40 each per month with autopay, taxes and fees included, and a Netflix subscription on us, so you can watch your favorite movies and shows. Only with T-Mobile.
Video streams at 480p. A small fraction of customers using over 50 gigs per month may notice reduced speeds. Netflix for 2 screens included. Terms apply. Price includes sales tax.
Okay, kids.
We got T-Mobile's unlimited family plan with Netflix included, so...
Our New Year's resolution is to not spoil your shows since we can watch our own shows on our phones, tablets, or TV.
Good.
Get 4 lines for just $40 each per month with autopay, taxes and fees included, and a Netflix subscription on us, so you can watch your favorite movies and shows. Only with T-Mobile.
Video streams at 480p. A small fraction of customers using over 50 gigs per month may notice reduced speeds. Netflix for 2 screens included. Terms apply. Price includes sales tax.